It's exactly 31 minutes past the hour of 7, and the conversation in regard to the PPDA Business Expo 2022 continues. And of course, that is because the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets Authority, in a bid to create awareness but also to promote economic growth in Uganda, has come up with their first ever expo, the Business Expo, that is set to take place at the Kololo Independence Grounds between a period of the 8th of July up to the 10th of July. So if you're looking for plot, all roads lead to the Kololo Independence Grounds. Well, my name is Shivan, and joining me today at the center of this discussion, there are two gentlemen, and I'll introduce them. The first one is Mr. Daniel Mushabe, and he is the General Manager of Mount Meru Petroleum. And what they are is, Mount Meru Group is one of the largest business groups with a vision to be positioned as one of the largest corporate houses in East and Central Africa. Now, it was established in 1979, and the group has grown from a small trading enterprise to a leading player in the petroleum products industry. Good morning, sir, and thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Good morning, Shivan, and thank you for having me on your program.
Absolutely.
And for that wonderful introduction.
Absolutely. Well, my next guest is none other than Mr. Moses Agaba, and he is actually the organizer, or the team is the organizer, but also CEO of FIPRO, which can be called Fadhil International Projects Limited. Well, they are a Ugandan-based, fully-fledged printing and branding company that offers top-of-the-range commercial offset, large-format digital and security printing, publishing, and provision of high-end promotional items. Well, they also aim to provide solutions that not only look great, but also work great. And their main vision is to be the leading corporate supplier of printing, publishing, and promotional items with sustainability in East Africa and beyond. Good morning, sir, and thank you so much for joining me
Shivan.
this morning.
Morning, viewers.
Absolutely. Well, before I head on, I'll start with you, Mr. Moses Agaba, and I just want to understand, briefly tell us about FIPRO.
FIPRO was started in 2009 as a small enterprise, which has evolved over the years into the printing large format promotional items. Of recent, we decided to branch into event management. And one of our biggest events that we started with is the PPDA Business Expo.
Okay, I can see the smile on your face. Okay. So how about you? Tell us about Mount Meru Group.
Mount Meru Group is one of the leading companies in the region. We are a regional company. We operate two models, the petroleum section and the milling section. Right now in Uganda, we have 24 stations. And one of the largest millers in northern Uganda, that's Mount Meru Millers, where we produce cooking oil, we produce soap, and we are on an upward trajectory. We are growing, and we hope to catch up with our southern sister companies, the ones in Zambia, where in Zambia we are the leading fuel marketing company. Yes.
So Mr. Agaba, as the event organizer, what is the goal of this exposition, the Business Expo 2022?
The PPDA Business Expo 2022 is a platform for companies to learn and grow, collaborate, network. PPDA has a membership of over 35,000 registered entities, or call them companies, that supply the government of Uganda. And it is looking forward to growing the numbers. For it, its commitment is to see that at least every Ugandan who can do business is able to do business with the government of Uganda. So when we approached them and we gave them the idea of starting an exposition to be able to collaborate, network, and grow their members, it was a great idea which they received and decided to work with us. And based on that, we came up with the goals of the exposition. One of the goals is to network with all companies, both public sector and private sector. And number two, another goal is to make sure that we create a platform whereby companies are able to network with financial facilities, or call them funders or venture capitalists, so that companies are able to access business loans, they are able to access skills development, they are able to work together towards growth. Number three, The intention of this exposition is able to promote effective procurement policies that are able to add value to businesses. Number 4, government is evolving. We are in an era of innovation. The government started the electronic government portal. Within the next 3 years, any company that is not registered on the electronic government portal will not be able to do business with government of Uganda. So this is a chance whereby people should come and learn, how do I work or do business with government of Uganda? How do I connect or network with people who give out the businesses, the key decision makers? And this exposition addresses all that. How do I win tenders? Many people have been asking, I see so many people, getting business from government of Uganda. How do they do it? Come and learn. This is an opportunity for all individuals, for all companies that aspire to grow in their country, that aspire to add value to their country, that aspire to do business with the government of Uganda, to come on board and learn and network.
Absolutely, so that we can fully attain the middle income status.
Thank you very much.
So Mr. Mushabe, I would like to know, what would the general public, or for the viewer that is watching this morning, what should they expect, especially from Mount Meru Limited?
When you come to our stall, we'll be able to explain the number of things.
Okay.
Like we operate, I've told you the things that we operate. We are in the fuel business, retailing and bulk sales. We also do logistics. We are transporters as well. We do transportation. I've seen our trucks, the Meru trucks, written on Meru trucks. We also into mirrors, the mirrors section. Now, when you come to the expo, especially the business people that will be coming to us, we'll be able to explain to them that the fuel that is brought in this country, we all get from the same source, because people have a tendency of believing that let's go to company A or B or C. We all get from one pipeline. So someone shouldn't go to pay a higher price because they are paying for overheads of some companies. Okay. We have quality fuel. And the other advantage that we have our own transportation. We have aluminium tankers, especially like mining companies that we are signing on right now. And with this pipeline the oil pipeline that is being built, a lot of fuel is going to be used. So we need the public to have confidence in us, especially our transportation that we transport. We use aluminium tankers, and we are among, if we are not the only people in Uganda who are using aluminium tankers. Like for factories, for plants, you'll be assured that they will not be corrosive. So it will be much cleaner. Okay. Then the other thing that we are going to look at in our store, we also sell gas, which is for the environment purpose, the environment to prevent environmental degradation, and it's clean energy. That's one of the things that we are going to look at. Then we also support farmers because we use soya. Like soya, we're trying to get off from palm, to use palm for oil, for cooking oil. We support over 35,000. We are attached to 35,000 farmers in the north. So we're able to explain to people who want to supply us with sunflower, soya, and other people who would want to join us and become our agents. Okay. And sell our things like cooking oil and soap. Okay. Those are some of the things that we'll be able to explain on our stall. Interesting.
I will be sure to pass by and see what I can get for myself. But back to you, Mr. Gaba, and I'm aware that this particular expo, the PPDA Business Expo 2022, and that is the hashtag that you need to follow on Twitter, is going to take place between the period of the 8th of July up to the 10th of July. Why these 3 days?
The 3 days they are small days. In fact, it should be like a week. Okay. And business, one of the things I usually emphasize in terms of our country is that the heroes of today are the people who create jobs. Our government has put up the platform. The security platform is there. Government is doing the policies, but government cannot put money in your pockets. So it's upon us to be able to learn how do we add value to our country. Adding value to our country means that you must move out of your comfort zone and go look out for the opportunities. Government has a lot of opportunities. And among the opportunities is to link you to different organizations to learn what opportunities are there. Why the 3 days? It is small time. We would want to look at a week. And we believe as we grow, as the export grows, will go to a week. But the 3 days are full of business and fun. The 3 days, number one, people are going to exhibit, come and buy things at factory prices. People are going to be able to learn. We have different sessions, training sessions. We have a training session on how to run a family business based on agriculture. You very well know that our economy, 80% of the economy, agriculture contributes 80% to our economy. So meaning that there are so many people now that are going into farming and those who have been there for some time.
Yes.
And we believe that those who have learned, or most of the businesses in farming are based on family. This is an opportunity. We are having Aga Sekara Jr. to join us at the panel of discussants. We have Mag Kigozi, who is also into farming. She will be joining us. We'll have also Mr. Ochichi of Enterprise Uganda moderating the panel of discussions. Okay. We are also looking forward at having UIA, Uganda Investment Authority, unveiling the investment opportunities in the country at different levels. Are you having $1 million shillings? Are you having 500,000? Are you having 100 million? Come and see what you can do for yourself. The greatest businesses in the world are created from zero. This is an opportunity for you to walk out of your comfort zone, get the ideas, and move and do something for yourself. Okay. We call upon every individual, we call upon companies, we call upon everybody, because this is the only business expo that will bring together the public and the private sector to do business. Okay,
thank you so much. Now back to you, Mr. Mushabe, and I think I would be so wrong if I did not ask this particular question for the sake of the viewer. And you did highlight, and of course we know that you're in the business of oil and gas, which is petroleum also. Okay. So how as a group or how as a company are you handling the skyrocketing fuel prices, and what would you tell to a Ugandan that is watching this morning?
We have basically less control as far as pricing is concerned, because of a number of things that have occasioned this, what is happening right now in the world. There are a number of things that have made prices skyrocket. Number one, when the economy is opened after COVID-19, when the economy is opened, they opened at once, and OPEC, that is the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, did not increase production. So there is that gap between supply and demand. Okay. That's one of the reasons. The other factor that is, of course, influencing the price hikes is the war between Russia and Ukraine. Yes. Now, you find, for example, I'll give you an example. America alone was getting about 8% of Russian fuel. If you put on Europe, a bigger percentage. Now, because of sanctions that have been put on Russia, that fuel is not flowing in the market. So there is scarcity. Okay. That's some of the reasons. Of course, we have also regional problems, like in Kenya. Right now, the Kenya, where we get fuel, there are always scarcities. Number one, because of one single pipeline. If they pump in petrol, they have to wait and pump in diesel, kerosene, jet one, all those things that also bring that. But it's being addressed. Like us, we in Mount Meru, we are addressing those issues in the sense that we are very strong in Tanzania. We have a depot of over 70 million liters. Okay. So we've diverted most of our operations in Tanzania. That's why you find most Mount Meru stations are never dry. Are never we are never dry. We always have product. Okay. Then we also try as much as possible to our prices. They are within. We don't overshoot. We are making minimum profits. Okay. Yes. Because then I was actually among the things that you have mentioned, and what other measures are you putting in place, especially to safeguard the SMEs in Uganda who solely depend on petroleum products here in Uganda? Like I told you, these are world events that are affecting us. Okay. Because, for example, if for example right now we are selling at 4,000 shillings. It's an example, although that's not the price we are selling at. Then you know that next time the next purchase is going to be at 4,500. You'll be forced to increase the price.
Okay.
But what we assure Ugandans is the quality. We give the quality and the quantity, the right ones. When you purchase a liter from Mount Meru Petroleum, you know you're taking a liter. Then for the industries, I've told you about our tankers,
yes.
the aluminium tankers. You'll be assured that you will not be, the rusting of metals and what will not affect your machinery. That's why most people, like most Chinese now, are coming on board. We are signing them up, who own mining companies. So when you come to Meru, you know you're fueling at the right place. We strive for excellence.
Okay, absolutely.
Yes.
So back to you, Mr. Gaba, and I am aware that there are going to be trainings when it comes to the PPDA Business Expo 2022 that is going to be held at Kololo. And some of the topics that are going to be handled is actually in regard to EGP. But what other topics are going to be covered and what should people look out for in regard to the training sessions?
Thank you for highlighting EGP again. One of the reasons, the core of this Expo is EGP. EGP is electronic government portal.
Okay.
It has been operating in the last 2 years. It is a way of government reducing corruption in terms of there's no interface. You submit your bid online, they evaluate it without even meeting you, and then they tell you have one or not. So many people are not yet registered with on electronic government portal. That's part of the training. The other training is about how to start and run a family business based on agriculture.
Yes.
The other training is about investment authorities or market opportunities that are available both in Uganda and on international level. The other training is about branding and marketing.
Okay.
How do companies brand themselves or position themselves for business opportunities? Because that is something that is very key in terms of positioning yourself for market opportunities.
Absolutely.
Yes. The other training is about finance facilities. So many companies grapple with financing facilities available in the country. We very well know that there is getting money in Uganda is expensive, but there are very many other opportunities under UDB, Uganda Development Bank. There are many other opportunities under venture capitalist funds. Come and meet these companies. Do you have LPOs and you are not able to execute them? Do you need bid guarantees? Do you need performance securities? All these are instruments that make you able to win a tender or you are able to execute a tender. And they are very important. And only banks or venture capitalists are able to provide those facilities.
Okay.
So I call upon most companies, I call upon individuals to come on board and network and learn of all these facilities that are available to grow your businesses.
Okay, so Mr. Gaba, still in the same spirit, in regard to the training, what other benefits is a Ugandan or anyone who decides to come to attend the PPDA Business Expo 2022, what else are they set to benefit?
The PPDA tent, or call it the VIP tent, it will have most of heads of procurements. For you to get business, business is not only based on walking in with your tent and get business. Okay. It's based on relationship. Come and network with these people. Learn how do I, win business from government. How do I do business from government? Network with all these heads of procurement. Network with undersecretaries. Network with the permanent secretaries. Because these are key decision makers in terms of for you to get business from government. And they'll be at the expo. Come and meet all these 35,000 companies. They have representatives. They have businesses. So you are coming to network both at public sector level and at private sector level. This is an opportunity for you to get connections. Most of us, we know that it is connection that we use for us to be able to network.
Social capital.
Social capital. So it is social capital that you are going to, to get from the expo. Come and buy things on factory prices.
Okay.
So many people are exhibiting in different sectors: finance, insurance, manufacturing. We are having furniture. We are having advisory services. We are having legal. By the way, many people don't know that those who are in the legal fraternity, you are registered under PPDA. You are called upon to come and exhibit. You are allowed to exhibit under PPDA. Those who are in the health sector, you are allowed to come and exhibit under PPDA. All those laboratories, all those consultancy firms, they are allowed to come and exhibit. PPDA runs 3 sectors: services, works, and supplies. Those are key sectors. All people who supply government of Uganda, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a health practitioner, whether you're a consultant, you're called upon. You may not exhibit, but you can come and learn. Absolutely. Come and network, come and buy. It is a day for selling and buying. It is a day for learning. It is a day of walking away with something. It is a day for fun, because we have Sheba and Spice Diana.
And Spice Diana, very important. Well, in that regard, Mr. Mushabe, if someone wanted to connect with your company, like he has highlighted, you know, it's a day for networking, it's a day for socializing, there will be lots of entertainment. How can they get to you, especially in regard to your company, that is before, during, and even after the PPDA Business Expo?
Before, we have our head offices at Ataha Towers.
Okay.
That's Raudere Road, on the 7th floor, the whole 7th floor. You'll be able to meet all of us there. The petroleum section, the logistics section, the millers section. We are all there. Or you can go directly to our factory in Lira, where we produce cooking oil, and that's Mount Meru millers, and soap and animal feed.
Okay.
Then also, don't forget, in case we are spread all over the country with our 24 fuel stations.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, so back to you, Mr. Agaba. What is the procedure of booking space and buying tickets for someone that is watching this morning and they would like to be part of this particular expo? What do they need to do?
Thank you very much, Shivan. For one to book for the exhibition, you need to, we are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, but there are hotlines. The numbers that are very important when you want to book for space. I request that they are played on screen if it is possible.
Yes, we shall be able to play that.
0704 627 696, 0772 479 365. We have a website, www.ppdabusinessexpo.ug. We have an email, info@ppdabusinessexpo.ug. All these, I'm certain that people are able to reach us, and they are able to be able to book for exhibition. Now, in regards to accessing the expo at Kololo Independence Grounds, July 8th, 9th, and 10th, you're supposed to be paying 5,000. Many people, I'm sure, they're wondering, why pay when it is a government event? Yes, it is a government event, but at the same time, we are a partner, and we are investing in to make sure that we give you an experience. All these things cost money. Okay. And for government also to execute some things, public-private partnerships are key in terms of putting together something that is going to give value to the public. And you can really see we are going to have fun. Fun is paid for. It is not cheap. You know it very well.
It's not cheap.
Yes, and at the same time, we have the trainers, the facilitators, apart from EGP, PPDA is bringing its own facilitators, okay, but all other facilitators will have to cater for them. Paying for the venue, paying for the tents, paying for the what, it's really costly, but we appreciate our exhibitors. We appreciate our sponsors who are making all this happen.
Okay, still in relation to attracting numbers to make sure that, you know, you're able to get actually the money worth that you have put in. For someone who would like to contact you, especially for FIPRO, they would like to get to you, especially physically, before, during, or after, how do they get to you?
The numbers are there, but also you can come to our office, okay, on Aga House, Mawanda Road, 3rd floor. You can get us there. Our team is there to handle you. We have the sales team, we have our customer care team, we have our marketing team. Everybody is involved to make sure that we give you a great expo.
Okay, so back to you, Mr. Mushabe, and as we wind up the conversation, what are some of those last remarks that you would like to give from Mount Meru Group Limited?
Mount Meru, we first of all want to thank Mr. Gab and his team for bringing us on board. We will be able to showcase of what we are doing in Uganda, the fuel business, the logistics business, and our sister company, Mount Meru Millers, and what we do. And we'll show the support that we give farmers in case farmers want to come on board. We encourage them to come on board and supply, and we guide them on how to grow soya, sunflower, and also become our suppliers. And those who want to do business with us, who want dealerships, and we also encourage people to come to our stations, okay, and fuel with us. We have quality and the right fuel that we give to our customers. We don't like I want to reemphasize that we all get fuel from one source. So there's nothing to say that we trust in our fuel. You can't say that I don't trust so and so's fuel. We all, big and small companies, we all get from one pipe. Okay. One pipeline, yes.
Absolutely. So finally, back to you, Mr. Gaba. Any last remarks in regard to the PPDA Business Expo 2022?
Number one, I would like to emphasize something that had skipped my mind.
Okay.
Many Ugandans are excited about the oil sector, oil and gas sector. There are so many opportunities. Come at the expo, you'll meet representatives of UNOC.
Okay.
You'll meet the representative of Petroleum Authority, because they are in charge of registering people who would want to participate in or do business in the oil and gas sector. On top of that, there are so many opportunities that you'll be able to discover under the oil and gas sector, although we have all other sectors. But now that's the sector everybody is looking at as we talk. So come at the expo, you'll be able to learn and see the opportunities in the oil and gas sector. On top of that, I would like to re-emphasize and ask Ugandans, for us to develop our economy, we need to do business. You may be doing business at small level. I encourage you to come and learn on how to grow your business. It's very important that irrespective of your level of income, that you always aspire to be great, because that's when you know that you're adding value to our economy by contributing to GDP. I ask all Ugandans, come and learn on tax planning and management. Come and learn, come and buy things, come and, it will expose you to bigger things, because it's only in expos where you get to learn what the offers that are on market, and at the same time, learn through the trainings, and at the end of the day, we'll always wrap up each day with a singer like Shiba Karungi. We'll also be having Spice Diana, and it will always come in the evening. Just know that it's going to be a different expo that has never happened in Uganda.
On Twitter, I saw a tweet and someone was asking, why is the hashtag PPDA Business Expo 2022 only having female artists?
The reason we chose female artists, it is the version of supporting women in business.
Okay.
There are so many women who are doing business. They are struggling. Our mothers in the villages, they are trying to put things together. Women are the pinnacle, or they are the foundation of families. And for us to grow as a nation, for businesses to grow, our families must be solid. So we chose the ladies to come on board and bring numbers for ladies to learn how to do business. There are so many banks that are doing a lot of programs, women in business. That's the gist of the matter. We want to support families, and when a woman is learned, everything always becomes successful
easier.
And sparkling and shining.
I like that. Well, something I feel that is very important that we highlight on, and this goes to you, Mr. Mushabe, is in regard to if a local investor approached you and they wanted to take part in the petroleum business, are the doors open, and what is the procedure like?
Yes, doors are open. On the petroleum section, in the petroleum sector, if you have, for example, land and it's prime land, and you want us to either buy the land or lease the land, or you're an independent person and you have a fuel station and you feel you can't manage it anymore, we are the experts. We come and lease it, or we outrightly buy it from you.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, gentlemen, for being a part of Sunrise at Sea. It has been a pleasure talking about. Okay, Mr. Gaba would like to highlight something. Yes, please.
The last one, I would like to thank our sponsors.
Okay.
The exhibitors that have booked. We want to thank you very much. And those who haven't booked, please come on board and book. Our sponsors, we want to thank you very much, CTV, for the opportunity to come on board and support Ugandan businesses. We want to thank Mount Meru. We want to thank PSFU. We want to thank Isuzu and Amak East Africa. We would like to thank all other partners. We want to thank the Armenian Modern Group, which has aluminium, it has fertilizers, it has everything. They have supported our cause and they have come on board. These are companies that are really, wanting to add value to our economy. And we should come and support them, not just putting their money. Come and buy their things. Come and network with them. Come and learn from them. They have franchises. They have dealerships. Come and take them on. There are lots of opportunities. We'll have also PSFU on board. coming to tell people the opportunities. Did you know that PSFU is paying people who had issues in COVID? They're paying for their team's salaries. That's when you will discover all those things.
Absolutely.
Those are all opportunities and the skilling programs they have. Thank you very much.
Not forgetting the entertainment. Well, thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining this morning. It has been a pleasure hosting you in regard to the PPDA Business Expo 2022. And I hope to see you there as well.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
Well, that rounds up the conversation that we had for you this morning. The PPDA Business Expo 2022 under the theme Exhibit, Collaborate and Grow. And I was joined by Mr. Daniel Mushabe, and he is the General Manager of Mount Meru Limited, as well as Mr. Moses Agaba, Organizer and CEO of FIPRO Limited. But in case you missed any information, we shall be playing the advertisement or the ad that is actually going to tell you how to register, when it's going to take place, the theme, and of course the different days that it will be slated for. Otherwise, see you and don't blink.
The first edition of the PPDA Business Expo is here. Join us from the 8th to the 10th of July 2022 at Kolo Independence Grounds. We will unveil the annual government procurement plan and awards. Come network with 35,000 certified businesses. Attend the EGP training and engagement with key decision makers. Together, let's exhibit, network, collaborate and grow. This message is brought to you by PPDA in partnership with FIPRO, PSFU, Isuzu, Fireworks Advertising and
CTV. Don't blink.